Hey guys, welcome back to today's college football pick video play for December 30th, 2017. If you're interested in getting all of our college football plays, you can access those over at stumpthespread.com, linked down in the video description, and be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Coming into this one, going to be talking about this ACC-SEC matchup here as Louisville takes on Mississippi State. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, their best player, quarterback Nick Fitzgerald, is out. He was a big catalyst to Mississippi State having success this year, and without him on the field, of course, the Bulldogs aren't quite the same level of threat. That's why they come into this one as about a touchdown underdog. So both of these teams 8-4 overall. Mississippi State having a surprise year in the positive sense, while Louisville has been a bit more of a disappointment. Of course, the Cardinals coming into the year with a lot of high expectations, given the fact that they have the most dynamic player arguably in all of college football and quarterback Lamar Jackson. Unfortunately for Louisville, they just didn't have the pieces around Jackson to really push for the ACC title this season. But the Cardinals, they were still a threat. They closed out the regular season winning their last 3 games in a row, including a very impressive 44-17 win on the road against Kentucky to close things out against their rivals. The Cardinals, right now, they rank 13th in the nation in both passing and rushing, which is very impressive. They're averaging 39 points per game. The issue that they've had has been with their defensive consistency. They're 71st in the nation in total team defense, giving up about 27 or so points per game. So they have a plus-minus of about positive 12 points, which is very respectable in and of itself. Unfortunately for the Cardinals, they just came up short this year in some competitive games, and they were also thoroughly beaten in a couple of conference games as well, just going overall in the ACC 4-4 with their defeats coming against the likes of Wake Forest, Boston College, NC State, and Clemson. So their opposition here today, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, also 8-4 overall. They closed things out with a disappointing home loss against rival Ole Miss. That was not the greatest result there from Mississippi State, given the fact that they came into that home game as rather significant favorites, losing by that final of 28-31. The Bulldogs, they, in general, had a tougher time competing against the teams on their schedule that were in the upper tier of the SEC. They were completely blown out on the road by Georgia and Auburn, a bit more competitive in their loss against Alabama, and then, of course, that loss to Ole Miss to close things out. And without Nick Fitzgerald in the lineup there on the offensive side of the ball, that's going to make things a whole lot tougher here for the Bulldogs coming into today's contest. This is a Mississippi State team that was extremely one-dimensional on the offensive side of the ball. They were 14th in the nation in rushing compared to 110th in passing. They're probably going to be trying to almost exclusively pound the ball on the ground and pick up consistent yardage through their ground game, which perhaps they can do today against a Louisville defensive front that hasn't been all that solid this year. But the Bulldogs, the edge that they bring into this particular matchup is the fact that they have been pretty good defensively, 24th in the nation in points allowed, giving up about 20 points per game in comparison to their offense that put up about 32 points per game. So they also had a plus-minus of about positive 12 points. But at the end of the day, when you look at that, Nick Fitzgerald not being in the lineup, we expect the Bulldogs to really have a tough time consistently putting up yardage and moving the chains on the offensive side of the ball, even against this Louisville defense that hasn't been all that impressive at times this year. So with that being the case, we're going to go ahead and side with Lamar Jackson and the Louisville Cardinals as they go on to win and cover what currently sits at about a 6.5 to 7 point spread. If you guys agree with this play, give the video a thumbs up. If you disagree, give it a thumbs down. Check out all of our college football plays over at stumpthespread.com, linked down in the video description, and be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping on in, and we hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye.